ne penyufo no mudi dwuma yewura ado a ono penu kwanchefo a oda asue ya ensha ban so musoro medidi amamu echeke Ghana na yewura David Ado David Kumi Ado ono ene ofidua yi mu sanso ana openi a ono so chechire ni Accra Technical University lecturer sanim di osikasemu Dr. Daniel Osabute ene ono so ofidua mpenyufo makwaba
nua
apomi ede
nyame adom ache
Easter eko sen
you better nyame ase because enyo obia na Easter no eba beto no say Easter celebration eba beto ya nyame na Bible me chere ne say yera Yesu eba be wuye 3 days eno san enyane ye enti nyane ye no nyane ye nyina afie ofum ye bone ne awon keka enti no ade e be di erosi say woni ska de be ko akokwaji wani kra na obeda nyame ase because aba beto
na Easter ye ni je
I will say owu ye ne areho but onyane ye osori ko ye ne de ye ne je nkwa aha because nyame asem ne kire say oba be wu ye e beje ye nkwa enti obenya 3 days after 3 days and after 3 days onyane ye na ye rusi na ye ni jesem because nka we nyane a nka ende ya je nkwa wen
okay all right Mr. Sabute
na hunto
apomi ade
anyankopon adom nkwa wo ho nkwa de o campus e boko
yes Easter no bia koye de
oh say Easter ni de nyame adom ye di no kama
I see
say na me nua be maka no aginkwa no be wuye say na be nyankwa nti ehun ya so ska obotomu ana se skani ho
and a report of police MTT Dubai actually say 36 Ghanaians lose their lives on the Easter day. Now, on report to nature say most of them through accident necessary excessive alcohol and microphone sabro mode driving, reckless driving, and microphone over 300 accident cases and microphone prepare over 200 more matimoto so more cars more cries over 10 home chronobar. So sometimes you ask yourself say I dey see a Christopher na say yes ya jinkwa una ade anije ba esi de ne economy sane bro bata anije de ba holiday ti say weekend say holidays o mte
ti ase na omunim
mention commander Sinfefira David Kumi Ado all the service about since 2017 besi na ye kana doesn't speak well about Ghana fight against corruption. The latest one a US state government said there is deep corruption in the government officials they commit corruption with impunity. EIU for report by cites corruption. Global info analysis report by cites corruption. Okofa CDD report by cites corruption. Transparency International report to Abanyina cites corruption. Just said the corruption is deepening, though the government is releasing money, fight corruption, but we are yet to see anything. Why are we spending much on the fight against corruption, yet your records are worse than ever?
Okay, Madam Asibebre, Mechiao, Echia, Yashefo, and Yetia for so, and there are for in Kitamodiano, so OTTV so cry to meet you or radio so near and see, and Messa Adamase, any most stations, more invited. Dibia make us say, and ye say, you be able to let us say your Nansa sin will be na nyame adom bi na adom ye say yes we betina na ya ka bi ana ya kasa afa nema ekoso no se ne bia ye nnuanom Ghana fa aka no so betie nyansa nyame ededwa etim enti ye beda wase na meka bio say same udi dwumasom
ase
obo homodem papa ya me di wechi me follow ene nema wo ye me say modwuma yi say mba entertain mba inform na mo educate. Now, I've realized that the two aspects of this particular 3 things are more no. Idea who demote my power, who inform Ghanaians, who educate Ghanaians. And yeah, or more praise singing. Me normally no, I don't really admire such people. Near my echoes where say yes, sano. Ebe ma or mine no akokai. And then yeah, because on him corruption I say about kind the ebe ma etwecha ene ye kan wasem. You're exposing corrupt nature, any corrupt activities, and no naming and shaming, any punitive punishments are edi echire de ba na enne ma etutwa
okay
enti nyame hyaw na onto nkwadam mo ma bibia ehia wo
amen
se na ebe a obetumi akoso edi sa adwuma we abo oman ne nkoso
amen
se na ebe o kina no obi apese okọ US obi apese okọ UK Canada ne ahun kekan we amanfo so be pray say on be Ghana ha me ka amanfo pese omko UK ne niam corruption asem e ko yen Ghana ha pe enti yen ka say Ghana pe na corruption koso but ahun keka ye de ma corruption fight no eye nia ye measure eni nia eye ye nisu ade hunu say ye be den ye be ma etuetwa na nu ya Boris Johnson UK president prime minister okoye party
oboye
ye the restrictions aba say ye my ye
time
exactly okotwa ntro so wan ye bibisa ende ye kranimu parliament say esese ye twena so ye see so resign ye hwe space no Ghana ha ye nim ne koso ye se nkofo mienu ne kofa covid ne bae as to san nkofo mienu ne kofa covid ne bae mene o ka say ende ye nim ebi ni maka say ye ambassador bi any opening bi wo memu ha so won nanso ye ni sa kukudu na be ka say bi a o ampa me na by mistake me di mi akone abai na ekofa asanse me ba ye ntumi ka sa no crunch ye ho enti no ye be koso aka me ye sure say ye di hu nkomo a ye ka ye gusu boso yi edin sakrai be ba
amen
arehemu bi ewo ho because the otisu and the yera ye president Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo so enti ye nkra otine bi di obeba no obehu say e course no ye du hu nkomo ye di hu nkomo bebre che say Ghana ni no ompe so wo ho hwe ultimate dey corruption yen minua e ma ye very poor ena e ma ye enidaso eneni ye ti bia e wom and the most popular thing in this country is corruption. Not even our president. Corruption is very popular in this country. Because of Niema Bibria Akoso. Who she Juma Diazi? Niema Okan Wasem reports are Abba. Niema Manfa Strong Wasem. Any onke can na che say enkuye.
Yeah.
Enkuye. Nanso yabemumbu. Ye weni daso se yeguso e kan ho asem yeguso e hwe se sa nyeme yi besesa no I think say ye bekoso kan ho asem now who be say question say corruption no fight no ko nanim anase ye ne den menua wankasa wo kire statistics ewo odwumedi a na wo de hya ase sa adwumedi ase na wo hwa bibia ewo ende it's like we've never made a step. We've not made a step. 43%. Our bar chart out here. I just say young baby. Now, akola ya won ende. So, o friend not only can't corruption issues are akoso ende. Minua. Obey enumerating a lot of them at show. Bebre. Okay, ABA.
Yeah.
Obi a ye de wako say PPA kona koye peni wo ho. Se na be ya ye procurement ha. Niema SSA e be fa procurement authority enim no. Ye de be fa ho se na be ya amanfo embu oman ne mfa so. Ye di wo kosi ho no na wankasa na corruption wo di enim. Ye de contract ne ba wo e na wo ton contract no. As we speak, and the minua, ABAG, then I know. Oman Muhanete, National Authority, National Youth Authority. You see a fix street light. Street light, neighbor back where fix in the minua, over 1,000 Ghana cedi. Street light. Up a payment, then you there, see uncle Tanafi, Nasika, or Boano, no uncle D. The same thing. ABAJ. As we speak today, Kweku Ajima menu. Yakotos Sputnik V a vaccine. Adi a ton $10 no. Yet be mine $19. As we speak in there, or your minister, no your minister.
Minister.
Sure. The fight against corruption no. Se yentu anamon se omo mbedi se adwuma no. Ye betwe omoso a. Ade a ye ne se ye encourage amanfo se yenkoso ne yenye ne ayeye no. Ade a ma corruption eti atese pa ewo man bia mu ye se ye yenye transparent.
Yama mu na ho fine.
Yemma nema mu nda ho. E na yempe se ye be accountable for your stewardship. As I speak to you and there, minua COVID sika yen saka yen de no e yesen. Ahen ye use so ahen aka. Where lies the transparency? Where lies the accountability? Eno enedi corruption fight n'anim. Mini ukasa ndey. Ye man peni. Ono ankasa. Oh high luxurious private jet. Parliamentarians been abi unveil said this is the amount it is costing this particular country. Now so when that menu ka say obi ani wa be ka che say ampa say na cost the taxpayer and anya say na cost dia MP ni be kan ye no ye ro kujato ablakwa e be kan ye no e ye no kre and anya no kre as we speak and then menu ye nim now so e ye taxpayers money and ye dis adwuma yi. And into so man penia kasa pontumi mba meka nkyerɛ ye sika no emu ne ehe ahe ene de rent sa luxurious jets na ye de fifa girlfriends ne awon keka ho no ahe na cost the taxpayer na why na onu di sa dream na oba beka sa asem na kyerɛ and na me no kasa electoral commission 2020 election no as we speak and there ye mebu awon akonta nkyerɛ allegations and accusations are come electoral commission. Na me nwa opemu na nkasa to me enya transparent. No to me am be accounting for near more di esika ya. Why na obe friend so on be accounting. Who can say yera sa administration in ba power 2017. The first bond I ye 1.25 billion. Bacho kai. Couldn't say, yeah, catch and say 5% of that particular money, obi oye anonymous there. Meanwhile, as we speak to you today, you have been catching near 5% na any day na. You make catch and ninety corruption no. As near efiti ene ekonase. Efiti ene ekonase because say oye man peni anka say ye wugide wo mu. Yen ye could na ewia so eto something to abama wo because now accusation and allegation to near now oteso no corruption. Okay, mun sem kire yen eni nya gidi mapa ewo mu because ye nim say we a human rights lawyer. Ye nim say wo se yen so nhwe. Menua ye raba omia abeka kire yen say sa administration we mu akronfo pe na wo mu omo muom nyina ya akronfo enye me na make o so be kaya sa $1 million na yesi ye be constituencies no ye raba omia be ka kire yen say ese obi abie nani no hwe say sa sika no be ba ni constituency because enye sa omo e dis can be small no be di me ba chokai enye me na make say thank you enye me na make say sa aban mu for ya akronfo ye raba omia na eka anti corruption na msa ban mu penimfo ankasa jatum na onim ne ebo corruption ho ban eye dia ye sa administration we eye ne kane onim say corruption fit ase eye family and friends appointment because minua se wo na wo na so ye minua se me bokon na ba be kan abonten umbeka eni ntino dia sha ase eye say ye appoint ye nuanom ye appoint ye downful into positions into a banner sape se me na me ye bibia me ntumi mba me ye oto sebe sanema na akoso and then Ghana ni no oni edwuma ye Ghana ni no ye gu edwuma amana be tena fie Ghana ni no dia ne sape kona no oni obeya ne sabe kona no po aye boache bidin nanso ndem ni wo ka say yiro osafo manfo ne mba mienu positions are na any senate are na any NCA ye create ye innovatively e de ma sankola mienu we because ye say omo nyansa e wo nimde singa na fo na aka ni nyina ye man peni ankasa ne mba mienu luxurious duty free shop I what terminal 3 abanda da no e na ye esiye no sa shops no ende eyom dia enso Ghana ni not ho no ejuma no nye bi ye sika kakra na ye betumi de ye bibi aboa ye no eno nso no ye mfa ye aha ne yete na great minister planting for food and job ebe ka kire say afei de donkeys na ewia fertilizer e di neighboring countries minua sa asem yi yete ne mpeninsem e wo he enda me ne o kasa yi Ghana ha ye importi banche o na inka na ye nhye de ndua o wobekọ no na banche na nkasa efifi what you say wobekọ na banche na nkasa efifi no wakwakutu bi na on de aye ne opese o de ye ne ende banche ye craft China e de ba o man ha corruption esunsunso ebini corruption sunsunso ebini inka banche a inka ye nihwe kra ye nihwe kra ye se once no nihwe kra no e den oposa ne nsem ye nihwe kra na nye banche nanso ndem ni uka say banche ye kra ntos e de bo man mu ha because of corruption inti ya post for obetam bia obeko police station no menua ye gusu tro report ana say okwa tro wenum say ye gusu tro paper so report now kan about US for report human rights report now kan you say then post for de bia doketa era because you need proper way of keeping records police stations o man high obeko na PC po NCU abeka say ye type niam egum de bia ye de ensa na tro enti paper no by mistake aponchi bi wi sa paper na o docket na ye de ko enti no why ye de ko remand no wasem na ye police case because when e be di wasem o docket ni wen wan so ne ba be yi wepie we nyina ka niema emboa ema oman na ntumi fight corruption hwe unim say you set up my your friend is saying special prosecutor office no nkofo miensa na de man no mienu na de man kane so ne omunye adwuma nkofo mienu na de man kane so ne omunye adwuma na so hwe corruption fighter nkofo miensa na eko
ahemfo no
ye de nkofo miensa to make corruption fight wo memu ha mane yeye and not share the desire and no commitment towards the fight that will catch you know. And many times the fight has become rhetoric rather than say your actions ever demonstrating say we have the willingness, readiness and commitment to fight corruption. So and into the media corruption and talk one day let me say I feel never be chance here. I feel never be chance here. Yen chance here crowd because be new I demonstrated extra Ghana for say ye pese ye corruption because omo di dream any katase nyina no ye den ye nyom hwe o ka say ye say tourism minister o kofie no aban cars miensa according to the report one kasa o kan ye e wo sa show we so aban cars miensa odiko meanwhile no eyetimami policy taxpayers money near the toss aka no and the new minister never found ye kwakoto bi etama no ye koto saloon cars mienu asama no nanso na aban cars miensa wo minister ye yi na efi ho no odeko sa niema we nyina emboa corruption fight no emboa entre say sa aban we ready for it ye besre my feel say ye say achia enso mbuye we still have about 2 years before us. You bet me at Neno. Yes, Roman pennies on one casa, undi fight with him.
And we here see because the Sikakoma Office of the Special Prosecutor State institutions they are mandated to fight against corruption. We be here with this record because it's like the previous government required some corrupt no. Over Transparency International report on the buyer. Omo West report to me, we have not been able to even move even 1% ahead, higher. Yeah, that form and answer the worst situation area kwakudu. Meanwhile, we are spending huge sum of money, budget allocation to office of the special prosecutor, all these state institutions responsible for corruption fight. Should we continue to spend on them?
I think we will not have to rubbish them. Very important, especially special prosecutor, any RTI. People na buy any one keka very very relevant. I'm sure obi na ye ho hwe a there are other people that are willing, that are ready say you buy the science institutions we be ye adwuma. These institutions no dwuma o hwe minti a ye di omo buy no enka ye hwe sa dwuma edia enkende enye ha say America for ne ba be ka kire yen say corruption need to attest a woman because when special prosecutor the mandate no na no you be catch say even elections kra no omudi hujuma because se wonim special prosecutor be ma ye nyina warning any workers and staff of the electoral commission say wo wonim a obeboa amayarege elections bi o memu hanom no sa ejuma no so ye ejuma and to be sure say or be investigate o matter no na prosecute you assurance very refreshing what you say but as to whether and there omo this adwuma no that is where the question lies because there are a lot of things that happen in the 2020 elections I feel say in Kaira Kisi Jaben or you serious in this particular matter and now say assurance or my no or you serious with that particular assurance in case so starting with 2020 elections no because obekaya ye chairman for ebinu omukra ballot printed ballot sheets all these things records wo yen yedi elections hujuma we have all these records say and they offer ye be assistant in this particular regard and no say why start this ejuma we a ma manfo arehim e ma manfo gidie say ampa ejuma which we say e yade a wo be ye e yade a wo pese wo ye e yade a wo betimi aye. Now, when they marriage him, but I feel say, and non say we'll have to scrub it, and now say you're touching it. We need to encourage them. As I say, you're bomb with you. As I say, you're also criticizing. Say, Nebeya, nim say, Gan Nibia, nim say, a Juma I did show Mansano, failure. Ye Matiami do feel, ye do no buy, and I Matiami do resign ye. Or no buffet Jumano. A lot of promises. A lot of promises. Say a jumani de adi obetimi aye we did juma say we did juma say enti no sa juma we ade a ono ankasa nakuma wom but unfortunately no onye bibia ma ye hu say ampa ejuma no betimi aye sa afa no ba be sha ase de a afa ne ba be hu
okay
so enti no the answer to your question is say I think say we should still continue to resource them but also encourage them and also criticize them where are omunya de say nebeya so mada I'm sorry
okay yeah that's you David Kumi ado ono na epinu kwachefo a o sa so ya chaba se ke Ghana and what o say yankoso ani show mu nkra ba me de mi hu nkranhye bi e be chen budget allocation aye de ema wo uji clothing allowances di no yama police for soldier for crane bodyguard ti minim aye motivation assurance bi a o say them apart from this Yewra Osabuti why are we spending much on corruption yet your records say corruption is getting worse and worse day by day?
Yo Sami me da say mechia ahwefo nyina ene omamutie Sami eba no corruption bibia ema oman bia enkoso na afi bia ye ka corruption wasem I'm say start here enye right from independent independence also aban bia etu ni bia no ye the corruption batan ho ene edi tu omo intima bisa on za dentina yakomu na still that corruption way that so higher na che say efiyen yesuban aminka we oman bia corruption wo mu bia no so man no enkoso esan say scanner ese eko aban futuru idea mputu juma no ebia na eko individual bottom in this scanner e be mputu duma na we he Scanner the bear roads no way. Scanner the bear yeah the see hospital. Ediator hospital beds. Ediator friend say equipment. I be bua hospital no. Nipa ba ko etumi tina so. Enti na ne uko hospitals bi mu a ye ni beds e ho. Say be dru cry the be my be cry na bi ni ho. Esa say nipa da sani. I na adwin say sky say kwa aban ho no ono etina so. Over roads are the same thing. Nipa sky say the share roads money ni amaniama e bia na obi so dia fa ba bi. Wow. But some in the person can say I wouldn't hold brief for any of this our politicians. But the American say yen so yen manfo no and I say Ghanaians no. We are also contributing to this corruption and not only the politician.
Adia bakwa a dance about we the patuntum any ni perfita a law.
Yeah.
So we emra efri hono mo a yaka subambone a kabrofon kra kuta subambone sin ye. Offer even sanitation yaka se fin pa abrofon mo ye fin kra se ye. But un kon koto se bola edo mo bontin so because of rules laws ye adwuma. Corruption enye kasa eyomo kasa it means a cause one of the hu ye. But they've been able to institutionalize because state institutions in agencies are fighting against it. That is law. And this law no crofo a yato aba mo or mo supervise, they made appointment to all these institutions. Okay, one appointed strat, president, political head, one appointed officer of special prosecutor, the president. One appointed a CID boss, the president. One appointed a Yoko boss, the president. National security, the president. The IGP, the president. The chief justice, the president. All these state institutions are responsible to lead the fight. It's appointed by, they were appointed by the president. And though we can me, and yes, me foul break. We can blame individuals. I must be my amodie. But in himself, California can kind of dream. That's why this station at why do what say make sure say you enforce the laws to make sure say you deter the people from corruption. But report here by say report here US for the buy. Or man can't even about private and as a Ghanaian as a whole. They were specific government officials.
Yeah, Sammy, unim. Niama wabubosu nyina no. It boils down to our constitution. Inti hu bibia edi yenya a emma corruption yentumi fight it pa no your constitution.
What is wrong with the constitution in terms of
appointments now can say no. Constitution and ama president who can so making those appointments. So what you say? Inti say unya obi a ono de say me sa party ni we. Na ye de ne share ho na ebi a member engage in any of this corrupt acts because of person protecting the party ninti only ni ma ya make not here but say your system bia yenya those appointments from the same party and can who say will be able to crack the whip. How many times na who say aban bi enya kukuduro a prosecutor or no nipa or any wa ban say why engaging in any form of corruption. How many examples do we have? It all boils down to let's protect our party. Say ne beya edimboni MPA. Then you also in the constitution so. Say ochine bi na constitution emma abanu and as a president who quite so appointed IGP and as appointed your friend say SP and also appointed way those who have been mandated to fight corruption. Now the pakrona otisono or appointing one definitely allegiance no ho. Inti that is one aspect of it. So what I say, inti say to me share. I remember time I call review constitution call review. Nanka no be a share kwan say near my proposals there by no. And can to implement send a beya benya akukuduro anya hoden e dey fight corruption by timu up to now. Inti yen laws no ewo ho. And so how do we apply those laws? Do we have the political will to ensure say whether you belong to my party and also belonging to my party, once you commit that blunder, and I say, if you engage in that corrupt act, mrano enfa wundi. Say me yes sir, na me party core position na I've done the right thing. You bet me yes sir. If you are ready to do it, I am very sure say Nkrofo deter Nkrofo from engaging in all those forms of corruption. But say to me nya nipa no or engaging in any corruption na uchi nene ochina no na free. So obia I just say ndito obia from engaging in similar acts. So nyame kan oti ase enti uhwa yankasa mrana ihye no ewo ho enso entumi enye djuma because omo a ese omo di mrana ye djuma no omo mfanye.
Okay,
nyame kan oti ase now me start say ye individuals isu ka ho bi esan say sami ye nhwe the amount a Nkrofo spending in campaigning before be MP and also be the party ever power. Wow party filing fee ni board ding ubetua. Uye nipa no be vote amount primaries no ojiska utua.
Beton tomato rice.
Beton toma, beto TV. Ni nyina otoma wo. Uye wia afei ube call election constituency. Almost oje. In Jubeka so wini that seat no na bi o akobok busia bubuja wo de kakese ba bi sa on say sa aka no o ye de atua enye me ne wo e na me bua na ko di sa aka no ya na ka no ti ase ye o mamu e na say MC appointment obi komo iska I'm say assemblyman who say Jabe. You come is came so man vote also call Uniska. Aga utokwa yesi. Into to who say we also encourage these people to engage in those corrupt acts. But say obi contested na umbisano mami way. I say we all want to take a pound of flesh and sana ni panako. But obi bisano say sani panako. And obenye say ska kotua no ono I have fan minister he dey tua neka every month I bet to me etua be 400 million or akobo bosua e dey akọ standing election it ye fight won say mobo say baby a ye dui ye to me can say our perception when it comes to corruption is very low 43% and yet it is about 57% who say corruption no abe team ho na be den manako first I say ehwe mrana ya hihye a e be fight corruption no why na say e di mrana ye djuma say na okan no if you have an institution ankasa do e corrupter you don't expect that institution to fight corruption ya make not as say dear what point me now I'm to fight corruption. At the same time, no, me say me fight corruption and me aban I tarnish the image of my aban no into so. But your own ha and this time, I'm say one of the ministers, eh bibi my prosecute no, moko da fiase. Into you can say that time no, your index no cost through to about 48%. I wasn't surprised because who say international community no, omote say oh. You cite this person for corruption. Omu monitor.
Shekwa first were dealing with that case.
Yeah, exactly. Omu monitor the way a case no be handle no. I be do court ma court pronounce say ampa evidence say we say into condemn this say. And no ebe raise bar no. E say ampa so man way. E ba no the fight against corruption enye rhetoric enye say o people mu keke. E so mudi hujuma. But say o mind bi na niamani nyina wo ho but nia odibe ye djuma no eni ho a then those people say mrani de enye say mrani wo ho na mfa enye djuma enye mra mrani de ye nyina enim and de bia make say e ba no
because report no cite say Ghana ye wo mra hodo a fight against corruption also say corruption punishable as ho but aban no mpenyufo no mo some dem na ye adwuma mo mfa nya adwuma.
That's what I'm saying. Mrani dia ho e ba no mra pa dia nyankopon dia dum yen. yetumi yemra papa enso ya yemra na ewie no bebi sa ho se anso yetumi edi mra no eyedwuma tamini ameka no tiase ya yemra na ewie no yetumi di edwuma em say one of the ways I betumi dia fight corruption say na me nua be makan no to name and shame and make sure say court e can say ampa you have engaged yourself in that corrupt act now. Then we have to crack the whip. It doesn't matter whether you belong to my party and also on your party member. You see, if you are able to hold people accountable before I obey your member appoint you know the do's and don'ts. You say. And I only say, never be a and yes, oh yeah. They say engaging in conflict of interest in Yamanyama. Say they are a minister now for one company. Now who are doing contract? Only say no nyina no tomra. So they are here. Inti mrasa kanwa. Whether uye me party new, mramfa wundi. So we need people who be resolute. We need people who say that enyame na me prosecute you. Mrana na ide. This account. This year tena yeke uko UK. Omo Boris Johnson. Any twitwi form because omo nim say mra oho a ono wa bu mra no so baga na ha no mo no ye benya sa kukuduro no aka say wo di mra na ba is one di mra no so nti
government officials John Iya say omo breach protocols overcrowded but
nti ade na correct say when it comes to the application of mra no selective so say
omuda sugum
na akọ selective so kan ho dia hwenyaw unkan ho a ene ube sofa because minim say nyama yetete no eko ban say enye within aban ni mu a na ko ye ada aban nipa bi fufura I don't think say the way I drag ye nine in prosecuting those people you better drag ye nine sir.
Because the former special prosecutor Martin Amidu prosecutee Mahama Yariga say ambulance ayo mani DC kato didi aboho ye prosecutee no on that those so are successful case court to through that case actually but there was several cases to say a year galamsey papai ewisi Central Regional MPP Vice Chairperson. In the case, he say he has been thrown out. The matter, no.
Yeah.
Now I saw the report published on the newspaper. Say it's like the docket is missing. Conclusion, Kokusi, I don't know. Former Minister for Environment, Professor Frimpong Boateng, all those names that pops up, nothing happened.
Inti samini Americano. I'm say what bosso. Say mention Ayarega issue ono onye part of aban no nti to me prosecute you no but
what part about of the government but onye part of the party because members of parliament they are part of the government
okay say,
but onye part of the ruling party
and that's what I'm saying say onye part of the aban a party na was so no and I be aban na make no so or a parliamentarian but I'm talking about aban na was so the party na was so no it doesn't belong to that party and I'm a into to be prosecute you no but what about more mu no or did the same boneno yet to be a bibisa that is why we cannot fight corruption. You see, we need to have that your friend is saying we shouldn't discriminate. So fighting corruption through discrimination, you cannot win the fight against corruption. Some you are madam for unya madam for me chill now utumra minimum for indi. But me chill there was this police in Adam for me. And I see to quite call Central Region. Now you see triplets. And then Central Regional Commander Police. I see that on him the power. Oche no. Say you are not supposed to do what you are doing. I see you now say Ojafo. Say media. Media. Say che madam fo. Say ban mrane dia. Me ninu obebia. What umra? Inti me ma kwa have engaged in corrupt acts. The way I hear reti nyamano, enye say bia o US kan kwa be show botom na say wa bokro no ma e rating no ekofom o but bibia say o ye a unye say bia o hu say nipa no ampa o bokro no na o hwe kan ma na bokro no na o cover up about this and I say okay then you are not fighting, you are not ready to fight this canker IFN corruption no it is ami eye asodi kese I then nyina so say we shouldn't allow laws na nice laws na say na be preventing crowd from engaging in corrupt action. Yeah, man in that house, we should be able to crack the whip. Yeah, your mind we move. And your friend say, yeah, banking clean up. You're cleaning up the banking sector. So there's here, you revoke licenses of some banks, but then we had a monitoring or regulatory authority. And guess what? Mutinase. Mamu who say the way I say banking act, no, I can't say mu nyama no mu yene sa. Ye bibia wie no regulator no. Ye baby to omo.
No.
So you can see it.
You are still paying them.
Inti regulator na esa anka odi ni na si form. No ka say one year way inti me renew license and amenye sa no. Obo na ni guso. And I say some monetary team na is almost call around and making sure say you are doing the right thing no. E bia mu yo modwuma. So mo anye modwuma na eno so I lead to banks are omuntumi enye ni esa omo ye na. What did we also do to those people? Did we just collapse the banks and then we paid off customers? Or after collapsing the banks, we make sure say ni esa oye na dwuma na wanye no. Ono so ye de no be famra kwanso. Inti yentumi anya we nyina definitely every time bia ye be sa perception index ye be perform. Inti suban no so ka ho sami suban ayen ye kitemu no e no so ka ho. Say wo politician wan sisa wadwen say obema oman no aye edi hu kan first. Na obekoso ye na oye na. Na che say bia ye will be marking time.
Okay.